Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you're watching this transmission. This is an emergency transmission I need to throw out there, guys, for the whole Faith Goldie campaign that's happening. I'm having a really tough time finding anything. She's the conservative, right-leaning politician that's running for mayor of Toronto, but she's constantly getting blacked out by the media and pretty much shut down by every organization she tries to get in with. To help promote and stuff, and it's really sad to what's happening to her. I know quite a few people that actually pitched in on her thing. I pitched in myself to help her with support their legal issues there. So I am live now. It is Mike Martins, and no, it's not really Mike in the night because it's not night out right now. It's still nice and bright and sunny, but it is almost 2 p.m. in Toronto. I am trying to wait for this. It's going to pop up at 8 p.m. in Toronto. And trying to get the election coverage here. I'm having a really hard time. So I'm going to check with election coverage. I think I opened that one already. Let's see what comes up. Election coverage Toronto. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I think it's not live yet. So a lot of people voting. I got some tweets out here from for Faith Goldie from 39 minutes ago. So many honks in support for hashtag Faith for Mayor. T 1 hour. T minus 1 hour until polls close. Get there and bring the whole family. Guys, get out and vote right now. You got 15 minutes wherever you are in Toronto. If you're close to a polling station, get out right now and vote. If you're a block away, 2 blocks away, run down to the polling station. So another tweet. This is what we play for. 2 hours until polls close. Get to one and vote. Number 11, hashtag 11 Faith Goldie. So 3 hours ago, Breitbart's got something here. Google shut down Toronto mayoral candidate Faith Goldie's online advertising campaign Saturday, just 48 hours before the polls open. So this is catching the this is catching everybody's radar that's right leaning, and here on the Mike Martins channel we are definitely right leaning, and we believe in conservativeness. Old-fashioned way of doing things, working hard. Let's go to see if there's anything out there for Alex Jones, Faith Goldie. I know he's had her on her show. Here it is. This is from September 26th, though. October 2nd she was on. And right here, 4 hours ago.
Number 3 in all polls. But Faith, there's been even bigger developments. Apparently, your money isn't any good, and not in a good way. You aren't allowed. You are verboten. You are unpersoned. Tell us the latest development in the mayoral race in Toronto.
Absolutely. Well, it's a pleasure to be back here, Alex. So, new development, we're not allowed to advertise. It might be illegal, but we're being told that, well, the law and standard fair elections, free expression just doesn't apply to nationalists, just doesn't apply to free speechers, doesn't apply to anyone who has 2 brain cells to rub together on the right side of the spectrum. So for the past probably month and a half, we've been in talks with one of the 2 biggest media conglomerates here north of the 49th, someone called Bell Media. And they have a regular TV show station that is mandatorily carried throughout all the city. And so we thought this is a great place to advertise our tough on crime, easy on taxpayer sort of message. Very milquetoast, innocuous, innocent, almost adorable sort of advertisement that we put together. We had a contract. We signed it. Alex, I cut them a certified check to the tune of $13,125. Everything was good to go. Then 48 hours to go time, we get this Orwellian call from a Bell Media sales representative who says, we can't advertise your ads anymore. We're not going to run them. I said, okay, fine. Give me the reason why. Well, we can't. Your money's not good here. They don't give us any sort of reason, kibosh our ads, send us back our money. And of course, we know that there is a host of legal structures, basically, and various statutes that we can appeal to that basically say this is against the law here in Canada. If you afford advertising to one political campaign, you have to do it to all of them. So long as they can pay, so long as they're, you know, legitimate candidates, you have to do that. So
we have the same law here. It's fair play. So the fact that they took other people's ads but not yours is a clear violation.
So that's that on the Alex Jones show and covering that. We're still waiting for anything to come up at all here. I'm refreshing this page to see if this one loads up, but it keeps playing this bizarre commercial of progress. Yeah, blackout people we don't like. Blackout media blackout. So tweets are rolling in. Let's see what Breitbart's got going on. We got Breitbart writing an article not too long ago. Faith Goldie. We got Breitbart. Here we go. 4 hours ago. Google shuts down advertising campaign of Toronto mayoral candidate Faith Goldie before election. So this was covered 4 hours ago. So Google shut down Toronto mayoral candidate Faith Goldie's online advertising campaign Saturday, just 48 hours before the polls open. On Saturday, October 20th, just 48 hours before the polls opened, Google informed Goldie that her entire online advertising campaign, which included video, search results, and banner advertisements, had been shut down. We've confirmed that our account is in violation of our Google ad policies. So her account for what? For running for mayor? I can't fathom what the problem is with that. Since this decision is final, the account will not be reinstated, wrote Google to Goldie in an email. It's kind of funny how the person that's writing to her doesn't give his name. It's always Google. In the name of Google, we do this. But who are these people? You know, what are they, robots? Please avoid creating additional Google Ads accounts, as they would be subjected to the same suspension. Our support team will not be able to give you any more specifics on the suspension. Wow. So they're blacklisting her. And she can't even make ads. She can't even do anything. Goldie, who ran a Canada First campaign for the mayoral election, publicly opposed illegal immigration and promised to launch a special research desk on Islamic extremism to monitor finances in and out of Toronto's Islamic centers should she be elected. Voting commenced Monday at 10 in the morning. We got the notice of ad suspension late on Saturday night, declared Goldie to Breitbart Tech, adding that the appeal was impossible until Google's offices opened again on Monday, the day of the election. So they basically kind of set it up in a way so she had no way of... So Google's offices closed or shut down her account on a day the offices are closed, so she can't call in or try and get something fixed. But we'll open Monday morning, the day of the election, right? So Western Standard Time. Americans should pay attention because Google is pioneering tactics in Canada which will be used against patriots south of the border come 2020. Goldie proclaimed big tech is interfering with democratic election based on political bias, and that should be deeply troubling to every candidate and voter committed to democratic values. Our campaign was endured attacks from collusive corporate media above this instance of Google censorship, she continued. In 2 instances, our campaign purchased advertising spots from mainstream media organizations in Canada, and in both cases, after signing the contracts, our campaign had contracts illegally terminated hours before the scheduled airtime, while no reason was given to us why. I don't know if you guys remember that robot that was going, sorry, we had to cancel your thing. Sorry about that. Sorry, we had to cancel your account. Sorry. Google, which dominates online advertising marketing, along with Facebook and Amazon, reportedly controls 85% of online ad growth, along with Facebook. Google's reportedly generates as much ad revenue as the entire global print advertisement market. So, guys, this is not good. This is not good, because I think we have the right to be informed of who's running and what they're offering. You know what I'm saying? It makes zero sense to this, to why this is happening. It looks really bad in the public eye. Mainstream media looks horrible. So I'm going to put up a list here. See if it works like this. Let me see here. So, I'm going to show you guys a list of political parties in Portugal, and this is very important. Why am I bringing this up? Look at all these parties that get represented and when they were founded. So, I'm going to go back to the photos here. They're all up here. So, you got the Portuguese Communist Party, the Social Democratic, the Left Bloc, the Socialist Party, the Ecologist Party, People's Monarchist, Workers' Party of Socialist Party, Portuguese Labour Party, United Party of Retirees, Livre, Portuguese Workers' Coalition, and all these parties have a right, and they're always shown on the media. They always have a chance to speak. They always have a chance to give their 2 cents, or spread their message. They have the right. All of them. No one gets blocked. So you got a Socialist Party, a Communist Party, a Green Party, a Monarchist Party, a PAUS Party, Workers' Party of Socialist, Labour Party, Retirees Party, a Conservative Party. You have everything, okay? Why is it in Canada, when you are leaning to the right, they really, in the United States, they want you out? Oh, Brother John's in the comment section. Hey, Brother John, special Go Faith Go edition. We're waiting for 8 p.m. and we got 7 minutes to go. We got the feed up here. Hopefully the feed will go up, and we can see what happens in Toronto with the live elections. So I'm very excited to see this. So lots of tweets going on with Faith Goldie on Twitter. So many honks in support for Faith Goldie. 1 hour, unite polls close. Get there, bring the whole family. So polls will be closing in T-minus 7 minutes in Toronto. Everybody's looking at this. This is her on the Alex Jones show, talking about her being basically blackened out from the media.
We had a contract. We signed it. Alex, I cut them a certified check to the tune of $13,125. Everything was good to go. Then 48 hours to go time, we get this Orwellian call from a Bell Media sales representative who says, we can't advertise your ads anymore. We're not going to run them. I said, okay, fine. Give me the reason why. Well, we can't. Your money's not good here. They don't give us any sort of reason, kibosh our ads, send us back our money. And of course, we know that there is a host of legal structures, basically, and various statutes that we can appeal to that basically say this is against the law here in Canada. If you afford advertising to one political campaign, you have to do it to all of them. So long as they can pay, so long as they're, legitimate candidates, you have to do that. So
we have the same law here. It's fair play. So the fact that they took other people's ads but not yours is a clear violation.
That's exactly right. The media is playing judge and jury. The unelected media is playing judge and jury of who Canadians in this case can listen to when it comes to what is a valid political opinion. Now, what we decided to do was not roll over, but stand up. And so what we decided to do was take these guys to court. So we filed a lawsuit. Yesterday was our first day in court, and today we get the ruling. The Ontario Superior Court Justice says that while he has the jurisdiction to rule on this, that he's, quote, decided not to exercise that jurisdiction in this particular case. And then goes on to give a diatribe of my political opinions. When I asked my legal counsel, why is this happening? Is it fair to cite prejudice? They said, absolutely. You are being targeted now by the legal system. And I'm being very, very choosy about which words I'm using, not the justice system, but the legal system right now is edging you out of even being able to proceed within the courts. I put $50,000 of donors' money down to retain the top legal team in the country, and even they were swatted away by these Marxist, frankly, anti-free speech, just monsters. There's
and let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you guys do a document cam shot, and there's actual real articles that show this and computer algorithms, censorship's kind of gone along like this over the years, and now it's.
Yeah, Alex Jones show there, guys. She was on Alex Jones. Breitbart is also covering her. Everything that's right-leaning, that's still on survival or on life support. The whole right media, right-leaning media, like Breitbart, Alex Jones, all that stuff is on life support right now. And the way Google's headed, I think we're going to lose all of it. We're going to lose the whole right's view on anything. So anyone that asks any questions or anybody wants to question the status quo is basically looked at as a racist or a lunatic or a conspiracy theorist. Okay, so what's going on here? Brother John says midterms in 2 weeks in the thing. I should cover the midterms, guys. I don't know if you guys want me to cover it like this on the day of election day, or when all the midterms, when the processes are going through, I can go live before it kicks off. And then Romeo is saying stock market's going down. Oh yeah, it's going down. It's bouncing all over the place. I still had some stocks I had in green that were I sold those and then I moved quite a bit into oil today again. I just believe that with the international tensions we're having right now, I believe that we're going to start seeing sharp increases in oil. Rainier is saying, yep, since Canada legalized drugs. And Etals for life says Faith Goldie for mayor. Woo! Did you vote for Faith Goldie, Etal? Tell me if you're in Toronto, buddy. Let me know what you're doing. So, guys, I'm looking for what's going on here, guys. This is really. I'm still waiting for this live stream to go up, and see if this live stream goes up at 8 o'clock. We got 2 minutes to go. Scarborough Center there. Nobody cares about Scarborough. We want to see what's going on. Toronto Municipal Election 2018, live coverage from all wards. So hopefully they cover it. I'm not sure who else would cover it. I think City 24. See if we get anything here. Nothing live. It's all from 2017.
And how good Patrick
this
Brown
live right
is
now.
at it. Tell us about that. What does that mean to mobilize that vote?
So really, the whole reason you campaign every day up until today is about identifying votes, and then your job today is get those people you've identified out to vote. Whether you have to drive them, walk them, cajole them, get them out to vote, because that's who will win a race. And especially in so many of these incumbent versus incumbent races, I really think that probably, maybe in almost every single one of them, the winner will be determined by their efforts and their organization to today, and how many volunteers they could actually drag out on a Monday to give some of their time to get those voters out.
And how do you build that volunteer army?
Well, that is something that takes a while, right? So that's where I think some of the incumbents have a bit of an advantage, but then those who've run many times without anybody really seriously running against them might also be not have the same volunteer army built. But you need lots of people. You need people who are going to come out and help you all day on election day. And ideally, you've also got a similar effort happening during the
that lady's annoying. Okay, we got 28 seconds there on the clock, guys. They're not focused on anybody else but John Tory, who is the current mayor of Toronto right now, so no one else is focusing. No other focus is going anywhere else. We got 16 seconds. So Brampton's got a mayor, Jeffrey Brown, apparently closed that. Bulls closed today. Toronto mayor. Oh, it's not saying who. Okay. It's not giving any totals are coming in right now. No totals coming in. Let's get, if we can get Moby on the ground. He's in Toronto right now at one of the polling station. So we're going to see what happens here. We got let's see what's going on here. Let's see what is going on. Polls are now closed. Polls have officially closed, guys, as of, I don't know, 12 seconds ago. Polls are now closed, guys. So we will see what is happening. This is fake news right now you're looking at here, and unfortunately they're not obviously gonna, I'm not seeing anything for Faith Goldie anywhere in these charts. So they don't even have Faith Goldie in the runnings here too. They don't even have Faith Goldie in the runnings. Tory and Keysman are the only ones up for the main. I don't think she might finish second or first. I just, maybe a strong third. A lot of people saying in the comments section. So she's getting a lot of support from a lot of different. Like I said, Christ, what are they called? The silent majority. Silent majority is what wins elections. Everybody out there with signs on their front lawns, the people that don't put signs on their front lawns, the people that keep their mouths shut during this whole process and go out and quietly vote are the ones that vote for change. It's the ones you got to watch out for that are always having something to say about the elections, always having something to say about where things are headed and what they need to do in the city and blah, blah, blah. It's the ones that, it's the silent majority, you know what I'm saying? There's the different ward races here. Ward 9, Davenport area, Ward 9. Councillor, Ward 10, Spadina and Fort York. And then Ward 11, University and Rosedale. Then you got Ward 12, Toronto, St. Paul's. Yeah, we need a boycott. We don't have anything else running. Unfortunately, I have nothing I could show you guys but this, because there's nothing else. There's no right-leaning, there's no Fox News in Canada, is what I'm trying to say. We have no Fox News. Someone's telling me to listen to Radio 640, AM 640. Maybe they are right-leaning. Toronto Live. We could tune into that, guys.
Why shop Marshalls? Because their prices will thrill you.
The brands will surprise you.
And every trip feels like an instant victory.
Marshalls. Surprising brands, surprising savings.
.ca. We are running that if you're a computer-bound person tonight. So you've got a couple of different options. actions to catch this coverage of Decision 2018. It is true. I mean, I think had Jennifer Keesmaat started in the summer, had she done 3 months extra of campaigning, would we be having a different conversation tonight?
I still don't think so. I think perhaps she could have narrowed the gap, and perhaps she could have run a more disciplined campaign. And I think the way that she launched her campaign was a bit, she didn't have a good solid platform at the time she announced that she was running. I don't think her campaign fell into place in a way that she probably.
Okay, I have to cut the audio on that one. It's somebody is asking in the comment section, really good question. When was the last time any of the Western nations were actually functional democracies? There was that famous saying: if voting was voting was true, or was if voting was true, or voting was like honest, then it would be considered illegal. That was the saying that was said for the longest time. So let's see what happens here with Fiath Goldie, guys. This is very important, right-leaning. This is fake news here. To my left, well, your left, however you're watching this, we can see voting difference may be illegal. Yeah, the saying is if voting made a difference, it'd be illegal. That's correct. Thank you so much for correcting me there. Guys, I don't know everything. I don't know nothing, guys. So, I need to get Moby on the line here. I need Moby on here now. I need to know what the heck is going on. I need to know what the heck is going on. We need Moby on the line. Hopefully he's there. And he could tell us what's going on the ground. Hopefully he turns on his Skype. Okay, maybe we might get a hold of him here. Let's see if we get a hold of Moby. He's on the ground in Toronto. Maybe he can get back to us and tell us what the heck is going on. He's probably busy. He's in a voting booth. He's in a voting booth right now. He's in one of the he's probably in in one of those election areas there. His ward is there. Oh, okay. Someone on the ground's quoting that Fiath had a plane in the sky today with a banner. Yes, that's good. That's good. So we're not getting any results back. I have a feeling that. Okay, here we go. Moby.
Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just getting back to the campaign office now. I'm already seeing a whole bunch of media, and there's lots of cameras here. There's people ready to do interviews, and it's going to be one crazy party.
Yeah, I got CP24 on right now. That's all I could find. We don't have a Fox News in Canada, so we don't really have any other way to see the other side.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? I can do. Okay, have you figured out a technical way to do this? Because I mean, like, I could do like sort of like a live video, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking if you have like a desktop version of Skype, and then we could do like sort of like a video call. Okay. And then the viewers can see like basically what I'm showing in the campaign office.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if there's a Skype here. Let me see if I could log on with my thing. Yeah. Sign in. I'm just trying to see if I could sign in with it here. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Do you want to do like a test run or something, or?
Oh, you're live right now.
It's possible. No, I'm not.
Oh no, not yet. You're live with me right now.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm live with you. Okay.
Yes.
No, okay. All right, very good. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, I came on a bit early because I want to try and see if I could... okay, I'm logged on to Skype right now on the computer version. And it's completing my profile. And...
How you doing? Buddy, what are you doing? Hey, sorry, I just ran into a couple of friends of mine that haven't...
Saw that?
Why do I always see you in places? Come here, man. Here, go, jump in. I'm doing a live show like right now. Yeah, don't worry, I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. You could try and call me now if you want. I got my Skype open here. And
okay, so what I'll do is I'll hang up and then I'll call you. I'll video call you.
I think its profile's only 50% complete. What the hell do they want from me?
I have no idea.
I don't know what they want from me here. Skype a number, caller ID.
Okay, how about I hang up and I try video calling you and then we'll see where we're at.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, we're trying to get this thing here, and I don't know what it wants from me. My camp thing is... Yeah, it's not ringing here. Okay, I can see you, but my computer's not working. Yeah, let me see if I can put this on my camera because... Oh, perfect. We can see it like this. Look at that. Yeah, I have it on. I have you on my thing. Hold on, let me get my volume up here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me just do this here like this, because Skype is not really being friendly right now.
Oh, it's not it.
No, but I can still see you. You're on camera.
Oh, you see me, or are you looking at the other side?
I see the front, the office. Where are you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm literally right behind the camera here.
No,
yeah, so
what office are you? What office are you in? What ward is that?
That office right there.
Oh, okay.
This is Ward 7, Humber River, Black Creek. It's the northwest end of Toronto. So basically, you have here Giorgio Mammoliti. He's running for Toronto City Council, and you also have Christopher Mammoliti, who's running for public school trustee.
Okay.
Yeah, the polls just closed about 12 minutes ago. And,
okay.
You know, we have major news media here, City News, City 24, CTV, and you know, they're just getting ready. The results are going to be announced pretty soon.
Yeah.
If you're looking on the screen there, that is the results so far of the Brampton mayor race. So that's going to be quite interesting to see.
It looks like Patrick Brown won.
Yeah, well, he's in the lead right now. It's just it's a very, very, very small lead right now. I mean, they just started counting, right? So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So they're looking at Linda Jeffrey and Patrick Brown, and they got both their stages there, respectively. Yeah, they're just showing the numbers from each. Well, yeah. So basically, yeah, they're showing the downtown wards right now, the combined wards. See if I can pull this up closer. Hold on, give me a second here. That's a storage room. You can see that from there. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm coming from this side. Pretty good. See if we can zoom in on that. No, I guess I can. That's okay.
I got it open on the right side here. It's already open, Moby.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
That's already running on the side right now.
Oh, okay, good. So I'll just give you a view of the office and everything else. Yeah, we're expecting more people coming in shortly. We got scrutineers at the voting stations right now. There's more than 60 of them that are at polling stations right now. So they're doing the manual counting. That's why you don't see any numbers being reported yet. So you'll find out very shortly, probably within the next 15-20 minutes when the numbers start coming in, who the winner might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what we'll do is call us back in 15 minutes when you get something.
Yep, absolutely. I'll call you back when we start getting some numbers.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
All right, you're welcome. Take care, eh?
Yep.
All right, bye now.
Bye now. So that's our Moby on the ground there, guys. Moby on the ground there in Toronto at one of the wards there, taking care of business. And let me see here if I can get this damn Skype thing working so we could get a better I don't know what Skype wants for me. I'm not too sure what they want. So
was the Durham Regional Chair. Very competitive, very hotly contested. So when you sort of think of, in Toronto we had the one mayor and then all the councillors. In the Durham region, for example, you have your regional chair who has to work so very closely with the mayors.
Well, there's a note now. Let's just take a look at this tweet. Some voting places remain open to accommodate electors still in line, and we anticipate releasing unofficial results pretty much now. It's 8:15. Hashtag Toronto votes 18 or TO votes 18. And I'm just wondering, do you think that the voter turnout could be a bit higher than last election or lower based on what we're seeing?
I think there's always a polling station where people get there late. There's always a lineup, and they want to accommodate those voters.
You're at the last minute, right?
There's always that.
I mean, you had advance polls, you had all day.
I still expect, unlike Adrian, I think the turnout is going to be low. I think I've been hearing that from enough polling stations today. I think because of the conversation around 25 versus 47 was so prominent, I think some of the wind was taken out of the sails of this election, that once it finally settled into a traditional election, that maybe people weren't as engaged. And so, and for maybe other reasons too, maybe because there's not a mayoralty race that's that compelling for some, but I don't think turnout's going to be like it was in 2014.
I think it'll be up in certain wards. There was conversation, though, about municipal politics way more than we'd ever been engaged in a long time, since, of course, possibly Mayor Rob Ford. But, you wonder if that had maybe a positive impact on voter turnout. But
I think people certainly were looking, I mean, there was some hope maybe that people would be really excited about trying to show their distaste for what Doug Ford has inflicted on the city by actually getting out and voting for progressive councillors who are going to take on Doug Ford. I'm not sure if we're going to see that tonight, but I think we will see higher turnout in certain wards than we have in a long time. I mean, people like Joe Mahevic haven't actually had anybody significant run against them in many years.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with basically what they said. I just don't think it's going to be that dramatic drop that we saw from 2006. It was down by 39%. I don't think that that's even going to be remotely close to that. I think it will still hover around nearly the 50% mark.
That would be pretty good, because you were saying with this election there was no real polarizing figures, no mudslinging.
And it's not a change election. Right. From the mayor's perspective, I mean, people are generally very happy with the direction Mayor Tory has taken the city. He's been the calm after the storm that we had under former Mayor Rob Ford, and so he's sort of the adult in the room, and Torontonians aren't looking for much change, and they are going to return him to office.
I think Tory likes what he's hearing.
Oh, that's right.
We should see results coming in shortly. I just want to note that in Pickering, they're going to be keeping the polls open till 10 p.m. Sudbury till 8 p.m. tomorrow, if I read this correctly. Cambridge till 9 p.m. Gravenhurst till 9 p.m. Bradford West, Gwillimbury 8 p.m. tomorrow, and Innisfil 8 p.m. tomorrow. So thankfully, we do not have that happening in Toronto.
I really hate when they predict who's already going to win. I really hate that part. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to this crap. Oh, yeah, I think Torontonians are just going to put him back into the chair. Not a lot of people went out to vote against him. No one's really against John Tory. What are they talking about? What is this entire media channel half asleep? So they're obviously going to blacklist Faith Goldie on this for sure. It's almost like she doesn't even exist in the media here. She doesn't even exist. So, this is it, people. This is it. This is it. This is it. Polls are coming in. So, Jeffrey Linda is in the lead right now in Brampton. And then followed by Patrick Brown. They're pretty close. I mean, they're like 6 votes apart. I think they're like 38, 40 votes apart right now. So, yeah, that's what's happening, people. This whole CP24 is disgusting, what they're doing. They're not even addressing anybody else. They're already talking about how John Tory has already won the election, and, you know, Torontonians don't need to worry too much, and, you know, he hasn't done that bad to Toronto, and they're going to be putting him back into office, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's got to hurt for the other candidates. I mean, someone says, stops the BS story, and Keesmaat are the only two legit candidates according to the polls. Yeah, that's what it's showing here. You're not seeing anybody else. There's a Tory and Keesmaat, but we don't know what the other ones are getting, right? Polls are coming in. There's fake Goldie, 18,000 in third right now. Wow. Wow, the media, the liberal media is really working it hard, man. So it looks like Tory won, I guess, according to this.
The family, of course, is excited about it. They're all watching us on CP24, but it's going to be a re-election for John Tory.
Yeah, easily. He is smiling, feeling good. It's not quite over yet, but he's got a pretty good lead, Marge. And for Keesmaat, I mean, she's still polling reasonably well, based on what we're seeing right now.
I think that, you know, to come into this campaign, which I think was a little late in the game, certainly, and she came in because she was very disappointed with how he responded to Doug Ford's attack on the city. She was very clear about that. And what she needed to do in this campaign was to present an alternative to the John Tory status quo, to make sure that he was challenged on important issues like transit. I think she accomplished that. I don't think she's going to pull it off tonight, but I think that it's not the last of the Jennifer Keesmaat that we're going to see.
If Keesmaat does well, let's say in certain wards, how significant might that be? Where she says, you know what, I kind of own Toronto Central or whatever area she polls well in.
I think we would expect that she'd do really well in the downtown wards. I think a lot of her platform and focus in her campaign was directed to kind of Toronto south of Bloor, and some might argue that was maybe where the failing of the campaign was. It didn't resonate north of Bloor Street, but I think the numbers here might be so pronounced that we might not be looking at many wards, if any.
Your compatriots there all
there's some results coming in.
Frantically looking at their
We're looking at our fancy laptops that you have kindly provided for us at CP24
some interesting results coming in already.
And so we are, I know
okay. Right now. Okay, we just saw a check there, but
congratulations to your daddy.
Thanks so much.
And yeah, you provided us with some really fancy laptops here in our office. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So if she didn't have a chance to win, why didn't they allow her to advertise? Why didn't they allow her to campaign like the rest of them? Why did they make, like, as of this whole farce that's happened against her, like, I'm never gonna ever tune into any of this as news. This is not news. This is more of a bad version of reality TV, like fake. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like polls are coming in. Brampton, everything's coming in. Tory's jumped up a bit. Keesmaat's behind. Yeah, Toronto's going to go through another 4 years of, yeah, it's going to be, you're going to see a lot of people mass exiting the GTA. Yeah, Toronto's looking at it's going to have another 4 years of. Yeah, well, thank God. Thank God I am no longer living in Toronto. Thank you, Jesus. So they're not showing any other... Yeah. Jeffrey and Brown are really close right now in Brampton. So it looks like Tory got the majority of the votes. Wow. Wow. Well, yeah, it looks like it's over, guys. Just trying to see any messages here. So she only got 3% according to this, not even 4%. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Anyways. Yeah, I'm going to turn this off. It's depressing. But if they knew she didn't stand a chance... Now, let's get to my main question here. And it's an important question. If they knew she did not stand the chance, why didn't they just let her... Why didn't they just let her campaign with everybody else? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. We could see what's happening in Mississauga. I could see if I could find Mississauga. Someone's asking for Mississauga. Let's see here. Nope, nothing found. That sucks, people. Any elections? I'm looking for Mississauga, guys. Mississauga. I'm not finding anything for Mississauga election. I'm not finding anything, so if anyone knows what's happening, out there, let me know in Mississauga if you're yeah. Guess who one of the recent winners was? Merkel. Did Merkel win, guys? Interesting. Yeah, everybody is fighting in the comment section. Guys, take it easy in the comment section. I was really supporting her. I was really supporting her because she was the media blackouts, how she banned her from the media. But then if those hags over at CP24 knew that she didn't stand a chance, why wouldn't they let her advertise? Why wouldn't they let her promote herself? Why wouldn't they let her get out there? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, oh, you know, you're kicking a horse while it's down, or you know, if she doesn't stand a chance, let her debate like the rest, you know. So somebody says, Mike, CJ Boyle says, yes, Mike. Merkel was given an award for upholding the ideals of Calgary plan. Okay. And it's like when Obama at the beginning of his won a peace prize, a global peace prize or something like that. Peter says, no, you'll never get that city back. Once you have a 30% majority is gone, those stats come from Britain, then phenomena like white fight start occurring, which only worsens electoral outcomes. Yeah. So that's really sad, guys. I'm really sad. And then she gets ushered off stage. She wasn't allowed to debate, or she wasn't allowed to speak. If she doesn't have a chance to win, my question is, why didn't they just let her do her thing? Just like everybody else had a chance to. So that's it. They're going to start, I think they're going to do that in the States now. Google's now taking the taking it by the reins and start dictating what's happening now. There's a live cruise. Let's head over to live Make America Great Again rally in Houston, Texas with Donald Trump.
The people of Texas are going to make a giant and beautiful stand. You're going to elect a Republican House, and even they're having a little problem. They're getting a little nervous, right? Remember about a month ago, right? They were talking about this blue wave. Oh. You don't hear about the blue wave. You're not hearing so much. The blue wave is being dissipated a little bit. I don't hear them talk. Are you guys still talking about the blue wave? The blue wave, that's coming, right? Blue wave. You don't hear about it too much. Let me tell you. You got to get out and vote. Because you know what happens? The party that has the presidency, I don't know why. I guess you get a little sedate. I guess you get a little something. Who knows? You lose something. I don't know. But I think 2 times since the Great Depression, it was a positive. But nobody ever had the condition of having produced the greatest economy in the history of our country, right? Nobody. So I don't understand why would we lose the House? But historically, so history's against us, but the facts are all with us. So I think we're going to do well. You have to get out and vote. Early voting, remember. But I think we're going to do great with the House, and we're going to do fantastic with the Senate, so that we can keep making America great again. And you know, we're going to be changing. I love that slogan. I hate this. Okay, let me ask your advice, right? Texas, you're smart, you're tough. So we have Make America Great Again. I think it has to be the greatest slogan in the history of politics, right? Make America Great Again.
Donald Trump people right now in Houston, Texas, live on Fox News. Canada does not have Fox News, unfortunately. Canada doesn't have a version of Fox News. We do have a real estate called Better Dwelling that's like Fox, but actually opens up what's happening in the real estate markets and actually talks about it, where other media bought entities don't cover what's really happening in the media, in the whatchamacallit, the housing sector. But look at this, guys. You know, I don't know what's happening in Canada, guys. Someone's saying we do have Fox News. You just have to pay extra for it. So Trump won the popular vote in the comment section here. How is America? How is it that America has the largest economy and doesn't provide even basic health coverage for its people? If Trump wants my support, he should get free diagnostic medical for everybody. Peter saying, see how the U.S. president is elected. Each state elects a certain number of electoral commissioners. They decide the president. So Elizabeth is trying to get Kevin for mayor on the phone in Mississauga. So she left a message. No big deal. I'll get in touch with these people after the election. I'll try and see if I can get Faith Goldie on the show. And you know, she really did stir the pot, and I'm proud of her for that. And she really didn't back down when the going got tough. Mike BC, you are correct about the Marxist hotspots. Also, the same cities with high levels of Antifa participation. Marxism is a curse and cancer. And then someone saying we're becoming the next Sweden. And yeah, so if we approve voter ID in the USA, the Democrats will fund the wall. See, the thing is, the Democrats, the Democrats, the problem is, like, they get votes from dead people, they get votes from illegal aliens, they get votes from everything, and they still can't win. So I think America's woken up. I really think that America has woken up. And they're not dealing... It's a silent majority in America. I think Canada's lost its silent majority. There's no more Europeans now living in Canada. Like, there is. I mean, I'm from Portugal, but I'm eyeballing the door to get out of Canada because I don't see Canada getting any better. You know what I'm saying? I got my eye on the door. I'd rather live in the Philippines on my wife's island. My wife lives on an island. She's got land there. And a fishing island. It's quiet. I'm thinking of just, you know, we're eyeing the door right now. If Canada keeps declining like this, left, right, and center, falling apart at the seams. So Raphael Richards saying, how can you prove that dead people vote? Well, there's several articles, even on the fake news was even reporting about it. Let's see if it comes up, if the articles are still up. I'm just trying to see if I could find that. How, because there was a lot of people that voted when they went through the voting lists and stuff that were actually died like 10, 15 years ago. And it was, Elizabeth saying, me too, Mike, I feel like moving too. So H1H is saying, I sound like an asshole. Canada's in free fall. Canada's finished. Canada is in absolute despair right now. So anyone that says what they feel is considered, or anyone that wants to question the status quo is considered, well, you should call me a racist. So a lot of Democrats didn't go out and vote, apparently. What's early vote, what's going on with this thing here. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I know for sure, guys, if Hillary Clinton does run or in, what is it, 2020, or if Hillary does run, Trump will win again. So yeah. Says here, Britain's two largest cities, London and Birmingham, majority are the minority white now. That is crazy. Where are the British? This is really out of control stuff occurring. H1H saying LOL. Canada is finished. Leave. We live in an amazing country. You're crying because your alt-right candidate did not get elected. No, I'm not. Okay. I'll go back to my country. I'll go back. No problem. But when I get back to my country, once the poop hits the fan there, and I start taking care of business there, I don't want people crying, oh, what's it? No. I left the country I was in because it wasn't working out. Now I'm going to go back to mine. And once the poop starts hitting the fan, because think if this was happening in China or something, they wouldn't let this happen in China. Woo! Are you crazy? So, no problem. I'll go back quick in a heartbeat. I'll sell everything I got and I'll go back. But the second the stuff starts getting out of control there, I start stepping in and I start forming alliances with other people in the towns and the cities to, oh, no. I was in a country. No. It wasn't for me anymore. I was told to go back to my country. No problem. But when our country gets good, and then they come and destabilize us and take away in this and start wars with us because of that, that's when I start getting mad. And then H1H saying, I hate people that live in Canada and act like Canada is some shithole. If you have no pride in the country you live in, leave. We are blessed to live in Canada. Obviously, H1H did not live in Canada 20 years ago, so he does not know what Canada was 20 years ago. He has no idea. He's actually out to lunch. He has no idea how good Canada was 20 years ago. And that's what Faith Goldie and a lot of other people want to get back, is that. Yeah, Elizabeth is saying, Mike, H1H doesn't understand. Of course he doesn't understand. But I'll go back. I'll even make a whole video series going back to my country. But you know what? Once I start seeing things happening like they're happening here, watch out. Okay, I won't stand for that. I'm done. CJ Boyle says, H1H, Faith isn't alt-right. She's just not brainwashed Marxist. Half-wit. That's true. Walking Journeys here. And I'm lost to saying, I'm an Australian. I could tell you that the past Australia was the land of milk and honey. Today, it's clearly a SHI hole. Oh, for sure it is. Someone saying, Mike, you are a Canadian only for tax purpose. So this is what's happening, people. This is what's happening. We have to... But here's the problem. Let's say a bunch of us... I don't care from where. I don't care if you're from Japan, if you're from China, if you're from Portugal, if you're from Mexico. And we all think alike. We all are right-leaning. And we kind of want to progress. We want to build... Let's say we carve out a whole state in Mexico and say, okay, we're going to be given this state in Mexico. Nice climate... Fishing industry, we create a nice industry, but only people that think alike, right? But the problem is, we create a country, become independent, then we have to join the World Bank. We don't join the World Bank, they'll destabilize us. They'll come in and say this country needs democracy. That's the problem. Let's say we took a piece of the outland, the outback there in Australia. We took a 10,000, 20,000 acres, and we made it our own country. And everybody that you know, that's sick and tired of this whole mental illness wants to go and live, you know what I'm saying? And then the people on the left will say, yeah, that's for the right-leaning people. That country's for them because they have mental illness. So they think we have the mental illness. We go there, we make the country good, we create a border, and we populate, we create a beautiful economy. And from all over the world, people from all over the world. And you know what? We get shut down, and we get, if we don't join the World Bank, we become, if we don't become in debt, we become everything. So it's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, let's go here. Let's see what's going on. Americazi. Someone saying, democracy requires equal access and candidates' information. It was censored and denied. Yeah. If she wasn't going to win, why didn't they just let her do her thing? Let her advertise. Like, what is this crap? And then someone saying, H1H holding back. You acting like that. The troublemaker. Mike has a face with that. Bullied him on in the cyber world. And then someone says, Russia is looking pretty damn promising. This channel is getting great. Laugh out loud, says Patrick. And then Andrea say, yep, Israel is in Israel, they're huge hypocrites. Totally agree, Mike M. I got no issue with any nation wanting to remain what it is demographically, be they white, black, Asian, or whatever. I don't care. Well, someone's asking, is the West too far gone to recover? You know what? I'm going to be really frank with you guys. I think Canada has bought into the whole American fake news alt-right crap. I think a majority of Canada has. It is, in a good way, in a business perspective, if you want to see it on a business perspective. I think it's a good way for people to make money, for the people on the right side, to manipulate that and make money off it, which is sad. Which is sad. A lot of business opportunity when you have a majority of the population out to lunch. You know what I'm saying? Owen saying Mike in the night. Andrea saying people need to stop being scared of getting called a Nazi or racist communist. Communists killed way more than the Nazis have. And, oh, for sure, China alone, 80 million people. CJ Boyle says, yep, go look up the, we brought this up on the show the other night. On Mike of the Night, we brought that up. What's wrong with being racist? It just means you prefer your own race. Sounds logical to me. That's what Peter's saying. I'm lost saying demographics, the West will be outbred. Then someone saying lots of bait in the comments. Being conservative has nothing to do with racism. In the USA, Democrats are the racist. H1H is acting like the trouble that you had with your business and cyber bullies. That is what I am saying. Then H1H is hilarious how most of these racists identify themselves as Christians. Jesus is not going to keep the minorities away from your superior race in heaven. So here's people call me. So I'm probably the only person on the planet that cannot be called a racist. You can't call me a racist. It's virtually impossible. I should run. I should run for like the big time elections. You know, like the big levels, not this stupid Mickey Mouse town. I'm talking about like getting into something more in the federal level. You know why they can't call me a racist, even though I'm right leaning and I'm pro conservative? Do you know why? My wife's Filipina. My ex-wife is Muslim. My ex-girlfriend was from Hong Kong, and the one before that was from mainland China, from Shanghai. And the girlfriend before that was from Trinidad. And the one before that was from I think, Jamaica. So, it's kind of a black family. So, I think they can't say nothing. I mean, if I go out there, it's very hard for them to say anything about me because I'm calling a spade here. And then Mike M, I think the West is a lost cause. It's too far demographically already. Only war can reverse it now, that's for sure. That's definitely. Greetings from the humongous, Lord Humongous in the call. H1H saying, I'm not calling you racist, Mike. I'm talking about someone in the comments. Mike reminds me of Humongous. And every single KKK member that ever lived was a Democrat. That's very true. Like 97% is true. Like, it's very true. So someone says, so you're not picky. Nothing wrong with having pride in your ancestry and preferring to be with your own kind. Then Lord Humongous says, Mikey loves 31 flavors. Mike, would you like to have a beer and pizza with the guy? Man, if anyone invites me for beer and pizza, I'm there. I don't care who. So that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I don't know what to say anymore. It's they've created this huge wall of lies. Everything's being built off them lies. Like the Tower of Babel. Everything is being... People are... The generation being born... I'm telling my kids everything. My kids know everything now. My kids growing up are going to know everything. They're going to understand everything. Lord Humongous says, I would drink with Mikey any day. I'm drinking orange juice right now with a little bit of water and some ice. Guys, that sucks, dude. Sucks. Faith Goldie came in third at a really poor 3.9%. But you know what? I'm really proud of her. She overcame the roadblocks. She overcame pretty much what she did what she had to do. But she didn't back down, you know. But I think it's just Canada's just way too far gone. I honestly think in my heart of hearts. I feel really broken. You know what I'm saying? I just feel really, really broken for Canada. I know Australia is on the same path. I know Australia's... And we're not talking about the whole... We're talking about the lies. Why are we constantly being lied to? Why are we being lied to all the time? You go to a used car lot, they tell you lies. You go see your dentist, he books you for an appointment because you need something that you don't really need so they can make money off you. You go talk to your local politician to find out, you know, or local, they lie to you to get voted in. They pass a law and they name it, I love you, God, I love Canada law. They pass it and you vote for it because it sounds good, but in reality, they're bombing another country. Why are we being lied to? What is the purpose if we just figure it out later? It looks worse on them. You know why, people? I've come to the conclusion. The reason why they're blatantly lying to us and we can see right through it is because of a majority of people believe it. Yes. A majority of people believe it. And that's why they keep lying to us. And that's the scary part. Being unsure of something. Being unsure of something is one thing. But following the herd is another. And when they pass laws like the Patriot Act, it's going to protect Americans, and it's not. It's basically putting them under watch. Big Brother's watching you. Now, a majority of people believe that. If you go to America and ask people what they think of the Patriot Act, a lot of Americans will believe it, point blank. They'll actually believe that the Patriot Act is a good thing for them, but in reality it's not. So they create these great names or great, you know, and that's why they keep lying to us. It's because the herds, the masses, believe it. I'm sure the NPCs will turn right and conservative when there is no food on the table or no roof over their heads. Well, that's what's exactly happening right now, guys, with that. That's exactly what's happening right now. It's not looking good in the big grand scale of things, you know what I'm saying? In the grand scale is I just believe a lot of people just don't know what really is happening. I'm not claiming to know what's happening either. Okay? But when you can't even challenge the status quo or question the status quo and you get called a racist, we're in a lot of hot water right now with that. We're not questioning. We're not asking the right questions. And we're being shut down. To date, correct me if I'm wrong, TSA in the USA has caught 0 terrorists. Yep. Wait, did Trudeau write off $6.3 billion in student loan debt? I'm going to actually copy and paste this. Holy crap, guys. Oh my god. Liberals write off $6.3 billion in loans, including $2.6 billion to automaker. Ottawa, the federal government says it won't collect $6.3 billion in loans, a figure fueled by the write-off of nearly a decade-old automaker. Liberal says hopes of being... Okay. Keith Jupp, 2.6 write-off of financing packages by conservative government. I just want to see if there's student loans in this, because if they're writing off student loans, see if that's a... Feds turn eye to career college students in effort to collect more student loans. Okay, that's from a long time ago. Ottawa, okay. So if you guys know anything about writing off the student loan debts, let me know. I'd like to know. There's nothing here for student loans. I'll control F it again. Oh, here it is. Okay. Separate from the write-offs, the government is also forgiving other debts to the tune of about $1.1 billion, including $344 million that officials don't expect to recover from student loan recipients. Wow. So it's $1.3 billion, $1.1 billion from student loan recipients. No. They got the student loans. They qualified to go to college. They were better than everybody else. They got to pay the student loan debts. I didn't go to college because, one, my family couldn't afford to send me, and two, I didn't academically qualify for college. So CJ Boyle says, Mike, when the straight white man becomes public enemy #1 in a majority white nations like they are these days, you know they are being subverted by communists. I'm lost. Liberals write off 6.3 as part of a money never to be collected. That includes student loans of 2.6 billion write-off that came through the Export Development Canada. Yeah, someone hit the nail right on the head right here. Raphael Richer says, all Trudeau seems to be doing is apologizing and forgiving. So I'm lost. So it's a defund scheme to encourage employment and development. Andrea Nikitana says, right, CJ, whites don't have anywhere to go anymore. People say go back to Europe, but Europe's being flooded with non-white immigrants, so it's slow cleansing is what it is. And misconception of college is that you need it to be successful. I believe that the whole college thing is a scam. A lot of these, you know how many people in the United States are defaulting on student loans right now, and they can't afford to pay them, and they can't afford to keep a roof over their head? Yeah, we don't have a free market, guys. Somebody asked me, and I keep saying the same thing. It's like, Mike, you're just being a, no, we don't have a free market. We don't. We have a free market, but we don't. And you know why we don't have a free market? Is because we have a central bank. And the central bank basically has power over basically everything we do financially. Central bank is what makes and breaks a country. Lord Humungus says college is BS and a scam. Lord Humungus says, and Andre, on my point, my friend. Someone says, I thought it was not possible to default on student loans. Oh, in the USA and Canada, no. But now apparently, the Canadian government's going to want... But the problem is, what they're not seeing about this whole student loan thing, they're realizing that it actually stimulates our economy when people pay back their student loans, right? That's the whole purpose of the student loans, to kind of hold the economy together, right? But if he starts washing away student loans and forgiving student loans, what did the people get that didn't go to college because they couldn't pay for it? Do they get something back? Or does everybody get free education now? So, someone's saying people are finding out what's going on now with the internet. Here's the problem with that. They're going to start censoring that and shutting down. They'll shut me down eventually one day. Just like Alex Jones said, this was like 7-8 years ago on one of his broadcasts. 7-8 years ago, before he got a nice fancy studio and all that. He said, they're going to shut me down. It's going to happen. It takes years of building, you know. So they're saying, yeah, now there are attempts to censor the net. Oh, they're censoring, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to this. Let me find you the Breitbart article on this. I want to open the Breitbart article for you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. For you, if you're just tuning in, Breitbart. This is a very important article, guys. So, hear me out, guys, okay? Google shuts down advertising campaign of Toronto mayoral candidate Fiath Goldy before election. So they completely shut her down. And there was a ton of mainstream media saying that Fiath Goldy has dropped out of the race. Don't go bother voting for her. She's no longer on the ballot. They've been making up all this crap so people would think, oh, she's out of the race. I guess she feels, you know what I'm saying? So Elizabeth just got on the comment section saying that George lost in Mississauga. Okay. Saying, Mike, you know that Canada's using Chinese-made marine surveillance system off Vancouver Island. USA is not happy. Okay, guys, hear me out here. Google shut down Toronto mayoral candidate Fiath Goldie advertising campaign 48 hours before the polls. And Breitbart brings something up here. Here's the problem. Americans should pay attention because Google is pioneering tactics in Canada which will be used against patriots south of the border come 2020. Goldie proclaimed big tech is interfering with democratic election based on political bias, and that should be deeply troubling to every candidate and voter committed to democratic values. Our campaign has endured attacks from the collusive corporate media above this instance of Google censorship. She continued, in 2 instances, our campaign purchased advertising spots from mainstream media organizations in Canada, and in both cases, after signing the contracts, our campaign had the contracts illegally terminated hours before our scheduled airtime, while no reason was given as to why. And then, Google, which dominates the online advertising market along with Facebook and Amazon, reportedly control 85% of online ad growth along with Facebook. Google also reportedly generates as much ad revenue as the entire global print advertising market. So this is very, Americans should be, because tune into this and pay attention to what's going on here in Canada, because it's headed your way, guys. If you're down stateside, this is headed your way. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to jump on. It's been on for an hour and a half. I'm going to go spend some time with the family now. Yeah, but I'm still proud of Fiath Goldie. She held in there. She finished 3rd. And yeah, we're all going to be censored and shut down over time. And where do we take it from there? How do we take it from there? That's the question. Anyways, guys, you guys have a great night. Comment below. I'd like to know in the comments if you're watching this on replay. Thank you. Godspeed. And God bless.